This is your fault, bro. This club is your fault, bro.
I want to apologise because we should have mounted some sort of challenge. We left it to the dinosaur and Haaland, the Norwegian woman. And they couldn't say football. We tried to say good evening. I thought he could do a remontada against his old club, but he can't even beat Brentford. Guys, football is broken. And I'm going to leave it as that.
Yes, people, welcome back. Cutz Inside, episode 21. Wow, you know I'm back. You know that means Arsenal won. I'm here with Mo Carra. He believes Liverpool's Carabao Cup wins are more important or more valuable than any national team's World Cup wins. How crazy is that? What the hell? Give me a round of applause. My second guest, he's the second biggest Chelsea fan I know, but he's also a good TikToker as well. Jalal! And lastly, the chairman, just so you know, he's GTA's most successful manager, yet the fans holding him out. How crazy is that? Give it up for Yossi! Alright, boys, how are we? Obviously, I was missing last week. Just so you know, I got it out beforehand. I couldn't make the podcast, okay? I couldn't make it yet.
Good lies.
He's ripped into Arsenal. I want to get straight to Arsenal, okay? I said in the group chat before, Gyökeres has arrived, and you put it with a question mark. What's that mean? 4-0 against Leeds. Gyökeres scores again. Talk to me.
Bro, can we change the subject, please? Let's not talk about Gyökeres arrived. Like, you actually being serious? Just last week when he came on against United, I know he was offside in that, but do you see that touch that he made? The clearance. Subhanallah, I've genuinely never seen a worse striker in my life. He's awful. And if you want to talk about that, he's back. Do you see when the throw came in from Hincapié and he tried to like touch it back to Hincapié against Leeds? Yeah. And he kicked it out of play. Bro, the guy's so heavy. Oh, lad, he's just awful.
But is he not made for today's style in the Premier League, Joe?
He's made for the farm because he's a donkey, bro. That's what he is, lad. Let's just be honest, bro.
But it's the style of the Premier League today.
Okay. He scored against Carra, yeah. Where's Carra from?
I think it's not Azerbaijan. Is it the one?
No, Gyökeres has arrived, bro, because he scored against Azerbaijan.
And another thing as well, you're acting like he didn't miss a one-on-one and got bullied by that centre-back, that Joe Rodon that used to play for Spurs. Because he scored, he scored the goal, but he had a one-on-one and then he's such a fridge, he can't run. His first touch is awful. He gave Joe Rodon time to come back and clear the ball. Get out of here with this nonsense, man.
He's Arsenal's top goal scorer, you know.
Oh, man, that just says everything about
you. Who's your second top goal scorer?
The own goals.
Okay, he's close.
But, Joe, he's not scoring and he got injured again. Saka, what's happened to Saka? He's not been good this season. And he got injured in the warm-up again. It's his third big injury.
You know, I'm a Liverpool fan, as you know, with the shirt. My shirt's better than yours anyway. Okay. Saka, star boy. You know, I think he's one of the best right wingers in the world. Maybe top 10. I think he's top 10. You looking at me?
Yeah, he's 9th, but yeah.
Okay, top 10.
It's top 5, surely.
But I'm saying, I want Jalal to chime in on this, what I'm about to say, is Noni Madueke is knocking on that starting 11 door and is the star boy. Because last season, he was injured for 3 months. Arsenal were not the same team. He comes back fit. He misses a penalty at the Bernabeu, but he scores that goal. I feel like there's a team that's without Saka, and there's a team with Saka, and the Arsenal team with Saka is leaps and bounds well better than the one without it. However, today or yesterday's game, or Saturday's game, is Saka, the question I have to you, is Saka undroppable? And what do you think's changed for Noni Madueke from leaving Chelsea to going to Arsenal?
In terms of undroppable, I think he's undroppable to Mikel Arteta because of the state that Arsenal were in when he first came in. He was the shining light, he was the bright spark, and he was the only one that, you know, they could look to in terms of just anything, just to put a smile on their face, because it was a bad time for Arsenal, especially in that period. But in terms of the Madueke stuff, listen, he just got his first assist in God knows how, long. So, but if you compare that to Saka's stats in the last few games, is it any different? So why can't he knock on the door? And don't get me wrong, he's played for my club and he's doing the exact same stuff. He's just got better PR at Arsenal. Let's just be 100% honest with ourselves, yeah. And I think he should have some minutes again, because let's be honest, do I think Saka's a better player than Madueke? 100%. Is he playing better than Madueke? That's where the question marks lie. So there's no reason for Madueke not to start, and of course he will be starting now because he got injured in the warm-up in it. But in terms of the game, it was a very good game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Is Saka droppable?
No, I don't think it's droppable.
Is he undroppable, man? So Saka, every time Saka's fit, he has to start.
Yeah, I think he has to start. Like exactly what you said. Like he carried us through the dark times.
Even when he's not performing. When's the last time he scored a goal?
No, but you know what? Saka's one of them. He won't perform. If we played against Chelsea, I think it was the last season. He did nothing the whole game. Back post cross to Trossard, tapped it in the back post. He did nothing the whole game. Like he gets something out of nothing. That's the type
but
of
it feels like he's done nothing since then, though.
But it's similar to like Salah at Liverpool, like last season. Like no, but last season. No, but you know how he wouldn't do nothing the whole game, and then he scored 1 or 2 goals. He just
but I don't think Salah goes on like 17 Premier League games without scoring a goal.
No, but that's not Saka's game's not like Salah's in terms of that. But he keeps out on the pitch, even if he has a bad game.
Sorry, what is it, Salah?
Feels like it's been 9,
he's
10.
overdue a goal.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, just going back on Saka.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, instead of Saka, let's bring it to Arsenal in general. Do we deserve credit for that win yesterday?
100%. You did your job. Leeds is not an easy place to go to, not this season or any season. Even when they're in the mud, Ellen Road's always going to be a difficult place to play. You did well. It was a very physical Leeds team, and obviously Arsenal's a very physical team. You got your goal from the first set piece, because it was the second phase of that set piece, but set piece, then an own goal, and then after that the game just opened up in the second half for you. Well deserved. 4-0 is exactly what you've been crying out for, because I think that's they had like 2-0 nils or something recently in there. And obviously you lost United last week as well, so 2 points in 9. So it was about time that he's got like a good victory on the board, and that's exactly what the fans were calling out for. So if you're an Arsenal fan after that match, you're going to be buzzing. So yeah, happy days to you.
Yeah, do you know what as well? There's been a lot of talk about Odegaard and even Eze. So a lot of the Arsenal fans, from our perspective, like Odegaard's, he's not performing. Rumours of him potentially leaving for big money. And then obviously there's the argument with Eze, but when Eze comes, he doesn't look like he doesn't look like he's made for like a big 14. Does that make sense? What do you think, Yozza? Do you think he's made for like a?
I think he fits in perfectly at Man City. I think he comes at Liverpool and fits in perfectly. I just don't think he's suited to the way Mikel Arteta sees football, and that's the God's honest truth. There's nothing against Eze, and it's nothing against Arteta, to be honest, because he's top of the league. Yeah, he's winning games and stuff. So it's. I'm not saying Arteta's a bad manager. It's just sometimes things don't fit, bro. And right now, it could in the future, like you might find a space for him or whatever. But it just, for some reason, he doesn't suit the strong kind of, the Declan Rice, the Zubamendis, the Marinos, that type of. Odegaard's a technical player, but
Eze's more of a maverick.
Yes, that's what you took the words off. The maverick, where he's not going to play the normal pass that Arteta wants him to play. He's going to might do a jinky run and recycle when he needs to, or try and beat 4 players. And I don't think Arteta likes that, or he's trying to coach it out of him. But the only maverick that I would say before Eze came would be Odegaard. Yeah, kind of a maverick, and he's very tactical and systematic. So there's no space in the team for Odegaard and Eze. It's either or. And right now, it looks like Odegaard's got the shirt. Yeah. Oh, no. First, I agree. In terms of moving forward, is there a space for both of them? Sure.
No, especially in Arteta's system. And just going back to Eze, he was never really consistent at Palace. If you ask every Palace fan, he weren't consistent. He just weren't. And the only time he actually showed some consistency was in the quarterfinal, semi-final and final of that FA Cup. And obviously they took it home at the end. So, but yeah, some players, when they perform at those type of clubs, they're just good on that level. There's a reason why Mateta was always at a Palace. You know what I mean? I know he's with AC Milan and stuff like that, but because of his inconsistency, like he didn't score for a while recently, and now he's getting moved to AC Milan. Like we're seeing people like Strand Larsen going to Crystal Palace. He hasn't scored, and God knows he's going for 50 million. So like that's just where the state of football is. But in terms of Odegaard and Eze playing together, I think they need to replace each other and not obviously be on the same pitch together. So yeah, I think just those two together just won't work. It's like similar to what like Liverpool. Like I don't think Isak and Ekitike will work together. It just won't. It's one or the other. So same with those two.
I mean, is there a case that you can play Eze from the left wing?
Yes, but he needs to get used to that left wing, man. And also like you're bringing like, for example, like Eze on against United, but he's got no minutes to play on. So like you're trying to get him to create a spark, but he hasn't had a run, and like all that PR of his move to Arsenal, it should be getting way more minutes. It's not working out, bro.
Go back. I can't listen to all my playlists. Always say as a left wing, he played against Villa left wing, and he let his man go at the back post, and then that's when
the
he
whole
got
thing.
Absolutely. dropped and like didn't see minutes, probably like 20, 30 minutes.
That's the whole thing. He's a maverick. You don't want a maverick in your box defending. Like, what was he doing there?
He weren't defending, that's why we can see that.
Exactly. So Arteta, there's the reason why I asked the question, but I already knew the answer. He can't play left wing for Arteta. Arteta expects Martinelli, Trossard, whoever it is, to be a left wing back basically when they're defending. But if you've got someone like Eze who's actually very, very good on the ball, who can create something out of nothing, who can make that moment of magic, a little spark when you need a little burst of energy, he can create something like that. I agree with the point that he's inconsistent, but he's still got that in his bag. But you don't want someone like that in your box defending. Like, it makes no sense to me. And it's the same thing, Saka, that's happened to Saka over the years. Like, are we ignoring the fact that he had one of the worst hamstring injuries? Same thing that happened to Michael Owen. Kind of ruined Michael Owen's career. Well, not kind of, but it really did ruin Michael Owen's career. I'm just saying, Saka's, these hamstring injuries are going to reoccur and reoccur and reoccur. Both his hamstrings, innit?
Yep.
It was both his hamstrings that popped, gone. That's dangerous for a winger.
Slow.
Exactly, that piece is gone.
You're faster than him.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about that.
Well, he's not.
I don't know about
It's close.
that. No, it's nowhere near close. But the thing is, with those hamstrings, bro, as a football player, that is the most important muscle. You're a physio. You can probably vouch for me if I'm lying, say I'm lying. But like, with the way Arteta sets up his team, I'm seeing Saka playing as a right wing back, Martinelli as a left wing back. And Martinelli's a loved one because I rated Martinelli when he came through the ranks. Like a little inside forward, cutting inside and, doing his thing. Cutz Inside, pardon the pun. But like Martinelli, that's all being coached out of him because he's defending and then he has to run like 60 yards up. And by the time he gets to an attacking position, they're all knackered, their hamstrings are tight. So that's my opinion on Arteta. But listen, as Yusuf said, he's first in the league, probably going to win the league. Credit where credit's due there. Well, Lego Head's going to do it.
Just want to finish up on that before we move on. Did yesterday's result mean Arsenal win the league? Yes or no?
No.
Do I think Arsenal win the league? Yes.
Yeah.
But that result doesn't mean that you've won the league. No.
Okay.
From another result, yeah, but not that specific Leeds result. But yeah, from another game, yeah.
Well, there are talks as well of a quadruple. We've got Chelsea this Sunday on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday semi-final?
Yeah, Tuesday semi-final, second
What are your
leg.
thoughts? You got confidence? Any confidence going into it?
Well, coming off obviously, I'm sure we'll talk about it in just a second. That game. If we're going back to Stamford Bridge in the second leg, again, I'd have way more confidence. But you got to remember, as one that first leg, we didn't have any of our big hitters. Cole Palmer didn't play, Reece James didn't play, Caicedo didn't play. So, and we looked half competitive in a way. So, if we can get those big hitters back, I don't see why we can't. And also, really quickly, Chelsea get to finals regardless of no matter what.
Yes.
It is. And then it doesn't matter about the final, but we get there. So, and then obviously the finals in shot lot thing. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens in it. But I'm scarcely confident. So
yeah, no, fair enough. Let's move on to Chelsea. 3-2 win. Liam Rossini is. I got stand corrected. Apparently, he's won 5 games in a row now.
We did lose one in the against Hughes. We lost one against Hughes.
Yeah, the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, but then he's won 5 a lot. But then the other few were like Charlton, Cavs, Crystal Palace, back Crystal Palace. But yeah, but then obviously the Napoli one was good, and the West Ham one today was very good. So
you were not happy with that appointment. It's safe to say.
Who would be, you know what I mean?
But he's won 5 games in the bounce.
But the sides, you know what I mean? Like the Napoli one was the one I was thinking, like obviously midweek, that was like, okay, this is the real test of his managerial career so far at Chelsea. And again, similar to the game at West Ham, the first half was a bit iffy, obviously not as compared to West Ham. The West Ham one that we played obviously yesterday was really bad, but it was more performances. The first 3 games that I've seen under him was one of the most dullest performances I've ever seen. And then the performance would slowly get better. The Crystal Palace one, we had control from 0 to 90, which was very good. And it's just more performances. Like, listen, we can get results at the end of the day, but I want to see good performances. Like, are you going to prove yourself by the end of the season that you are a Chelsea manager? Like, he's talking, well, I'm doing the Amarin thing when I'm falling in love with him is what he's saying, bro. But I don't want to fall for it, man, because I've seen this before, but we'll just have to wait and see. But in terms of the game anyway, in terms of West Ham, it was that first half was genuinely one of the worst halves I've seen at Chelsea this season. It was horrible. We were losing every first ball, second ball, getting ran through. And this was a very scary West Ham that you don't want to play against because, again, yes, they were poor the first half of the season, but the fact that they're in that mix, obviously the 18th, this is going to be, a much harder West Ham. They know they can't go down, a club of that stature. And it was caging that first half. And the goals, obviously, we conceded with Bowen crossing it in. Sanchez, it was a weird one with the keeper. You don't know where to go because you think the striker's going for it. He lets it in. And then the second one, beautiful finish by Somerville. So,
do you know what, for me, do you know that first half, like, because it was really bad as you described.
Shocking.
But for me, that's when I realized this Rosenior might be the truth, you know.
Why?
Because at half time, he changed that entire left side that was getting cooked. The Hato was getting cooked. Garnacho like just stinks. And then I think it was Badiashile playing left centre back.
Yeah.
Those three were just getting cooked by like a Wan-Bissaka, Bowen, and whoever the other player was for West Ham. Do you know how much cojones it takes for a new manager that's just come into the team at half time to say, lads, you're coming out to the team. Cucurella, you're coming on. We're going to put, who did he put on the left wing again? He put Palmer on the right. He put João Pedro in the middle, and then he put Pedro Neto on the left.
Pedro Neto was 25 minutes.
And then he moved the other centre-back over to left centre-back, and the whole thing changed. He nullified that attack on the right-hand side from West Ham, completely changed it. And every single one of his substitutions like were impactful for the goal. João Pedro scored. Fofana created the assist, I believe. I think João Pedro created the assist for Enzo as well. And the other one's escaping me. Cucurella scored. Yeah, Cucurella, who came off the bench. So all these changes, he impacted that game. He's the one who actually came in and at half-time, seen what the problems were in the first half, spoke to his coaching staff and said, these are the changes we're going to win. These are the changes we need to make. If we make these changes, we're going to win. And for me, I was thinking, for a young, inexperienced manager, that is really good. And on top of that, at first, I thought he was a bit of a clown with like aging men analogies and all of that. I was a bit of a cringe and the clap stuff. I was a bit cringe. But then the other day after the Napoli match, which is a huge result for his, he comes out and goes, of course, I'm going to make changes. I don't have just 11 good players. I've got 22 fantastic players. The way he's speaking so highly of his players, keeping the lads on the bench motivated. I'm like, I wish my manager did that. Do you know what I mean? So, lad, I think you've got a really good manager, you know. He might be a bit cringe, but...
Short time, I think. Maybe a good short-term manager. But again, we'll have to wait and see. If we get like, third and stuff, I might change my mind and stuff, and depending on the performance.
What I didn't like, though, Jalal, is like, I'm standing up for black managers. But also, the fact he didn't even give him, like, a chance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's like,
what was it to me?
Do you know sometimes like I didn't know who Arnie Slot was. Do you know? I'll be honest with you, I knew who he was, but I didn't know anything about him.
What's that got to do with black managers? Go on.
No, but I'm saying like when he became the Liverpool manager, I was like, fuck, he's the Liverpool manager. I'm gonna have to get behind him. But sometimes it just when he became the manager, like you were already like nah, like
not because he's black, bro. I was trying to clarify that, bro.
Not because he was black, but you're just like nah, I'm not having it.
No, because
because he's that whole, I'm not having it.
Yeah, no, 100%, but not a whole. Of course, as Strasbourg as well. It's just the business. Why are we going for someone from our parent club? Why are we not going out there? You know what I mean? And the fact that
getting the best in class.
Yeah, getting the best. Like, plus
that's so dead.
But the owners know him inside out. So isn't that a smart decision by the owners? Okay, wait, we actually know what he's like. He won't go against like Maresca did. Maresca absolutely ripped his apart.
Well, Maresca, we don't want to go back into that conversation.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? We're seeing, they work with him already.
Yeah, of course.
It made sense to bring him in.
But then obviously, which going back to a few weeks ago, which I was just saying, it was just more butthead, the fact that I didn't want Enzo Maresca to go pretty much.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
That's all it was as well. And plus as well, like again, we shouldn't be doing the parent club stuff. Check the best in class with big Chelsea. But then again, we went for someone in the Leicester in Championship of Enzo Maresca.
But you sell and buy players.
Yeah, we don't. I don't even know what we do, bro. I don't even know.
I think you. Honestly, sometimes I just get good feelings, and this guy, I feel like you've hit the jackpot.
I think so.
Genuinely, I feel like you've hit the jackpot. Even like let it be 5 games. Even that little interview when João Pedro was talking, and then the way that they just embraced each other, how have they created that connection so quickly?
Well, add them on Instagram if you like him so much, bro.
I will, Well, bro, I don't know what it is. Being a football coach, bro, it's not just about coaching. It's, as he says, aging men. And he's created these relationships.
That's what I told you about winning matches, yeah. I told you a couple of weeks ago, he's going to be a clown or he's going to be a genius. Yeah, aging men. I said, let it. In 6 months, if he's won a trophy in that, they're going to be, it's a genius. But if he loses.
Do you know what it is? Do you know why I'm probably resonating? Do you know why I'm resonating more towards him? Because right now I've got a robotic manager. I can't stand him. I'm not going to go on to Liverpool. I'm just saying I've got a robotic manager at the moment, and for the last 10 years I was privileged to have an absolutely larger than life and charismatic manager, and I think I gravitate more towards that. And this Rosenior shows me he's like that kind of manager. Maybe he's a bit cringe, but lad, I think you've hit the jackpot.
Nah, I don't find him cringe, but first you like aging men, that's all we're using it. But nah, but I'm just going back because I want to highlight a few. But you said about the bad players there. So obviously, to me, the worst. Everyone was bad in that first half. Don't get me wrong, but the worst players, the number one, 100%, Garnacho. Yeah, he lost the ball. Obviously, I don't know if you man didn't watch the game or watched the game or seen the clip.
Tattoo? Have you seen it?
Couldn't give a shit, bro. No, I don't care.
His neck in it. What's his neck?
Bro, he's got plastic surgery at like 19, bro. Like he's not serious, bro. You know it. But like, bro, he lost the ball 15 times in like 5 minutes, bro. And the Chelsea fans were on him. It was a bit toxic. I don't know if you've seen it at half time with Sanchez. All the players were coming in. People getting on Sanchez, which Big up Sanchez, by the way. He let the fans know, because first of all, why are you booing at half time? It was terrible first, but we've seen that many times this season. Second half, we come out of it, which again, it shouldn't be like that, but it just happens. So, but going into the second half, way better performance. But then this says to me, with all these players that we keep signing, our first team is levels compared to our second team. And that's scary, bro. Because with all these players, we should have these sort of second players coming into, obviously not do exactly the same as the first team players, but can do enough. Gittins, I know we came off about 25, 30 minutes injured, not good enough. Garnacho, Badiashile, not good enough. Gusto, man, just like him because he turns nice. Nah, he's not good enough. Yeah, when you've seen those first team players come on, you've seen the difference. Big up Fofana, big up Cucurella, and João Pedro, by the way. Listen, I'm not fully alleged to him because of the inconsistency of stuff as well. But when you've on the red hot form that he's on the bench because we want to see him against Arsenal. He comes on and goes, I'm going to carry on this form. Bang, goal. Hard header, by the way. Very good cross by Bafana. Cucurella comes up with the goals. And
what about Enzo for the last couple of weeks?
Let's talk about Enzo. So first of all, can I look at the is this camera?
Yeah.
Apologise to Enzo.
My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
Why are you apologising for? What'd you say?
So when we first signed him, because we signed him for 115, 120 million for, I think he played like 16 games for Benfica or something like that, bro. And he had like a good World Cup. Well, I think it was like 2 games in the World Cup. I think one against Mexico, that goal. And then we all, Todd Bowley fell in love with him anyway. But when he came in, he didn't really, you could tell the technical abilities there, and I was calling him pretty much the white Pogba for a while, right? But he's been, and it was like this last season, he was getting goals, a lot of them were in Conference League, those people were onto him, but again, you can only score what you can score, right? But I'm seeing him scoring big games, City, and now this game in a comeback, but he's on like 6 goals in the last 7 games or something like this, bro. He's been very good, but can I ask you a question, boys? Is he up there as one of the best Premier League midfielders? Is he like in that top 5, top 3 sort of discussion? Because I know Chelsea fans off camera that are saying top 3, right? And what are we saying in terms for scrap the 6s, scrap the DMs in terms of 8 onwards?
I don't. Me personally, I don't think he thrives without Caicedo. I think a good midfielder should be able to thrive no matter who's next to him, and I don't think he's that type. I'm sorry to bring it back, but I think Declan Rice can play without anyone. Like, doesn't need anyone good, and he can carry a team. Do you know what I mean? I was going to mention Liverpool players, but I can't even think of anyone at Liverpool.
I'll be honest, Dominic Szoboszlai is fucking...
Szoboszlai, yeah, a good example. He can play with any midfielders.
He's better than Szoboszlai, bro.
No, but he can play with any midfielders. I feel like Enzo, unless if Caicedo's not there, bro, he's going to die.
I've seen him have good games with Andre Sanchez next to him, you know. So like he's been more consistent this season, and I've been very impressed. And he's given me no reason to replace him. And he's starting to. I think I've said it a few weeks now, where like only world class players are Cucurella, Reece James, Palmer, and Caicedo. He's starting to be in that sort of. Table
Chelsea have 4 world class players
on their day, yeah, 100%.
I'd agree with that.
100%, yeah. And I think Enzo is like he's starting to be that talisman. Like I said, Caicedo, Palmer. I've just said Cucurella, Caicedo, Palmer, and Reece James. You disagreeing? Anyone else in there? Don't say Garnacho because that's our swinger, bro.
I don't think Cucurella as well.
No, he's touching goal, but
in this proper left back.
Why is Palmer seen as well? I don't. Why is, if you have debates about Saka being world class, why is Palmer
we don't have debates. We put that to bed, bro.
Why does Palmer get this passive world class?
Palmer is a generational player.
Now give him a couple of weeks because right now he's been moving mad, you know.
No, but that doesn't mean form is class.
I know. That's why I said a couple of weeks. Yeah. And then if this persists, then we're gonna talk.
That's what I heard.
Has Saka had a season like Palmer's?
He had that one wonder season like Rashford did that United.
Saka has a better season.
But Saka who's had the better past 3-4 years? Saka or Palmer? It's Saka.
But I think Palmer's peak surpasses all that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's had a Michu season. Do you know what I mean? He had 1 season like a Michu.
He had 2 seasons, and that was last season, the season before.
Okay. Even that weaker season last season, I think is probably better than Saka's best season, bro.
Yeah, but you could argue at the same time Saka's been our top 2 players for the last 3 seasons.
I'll be honest with you. You can pick Saka, you can pick Palmer. Like,
yeah.
I think
we can't be moving.
I prefer
Are we not going to talk about Traore moving to your whole team? Come on.
we have to talk
about Divo, man.
No, he went
João Pedro's eyes, boof.
But no, he forgot who he pushed.
Yeah.
At the time, it's all angry. He pushed and he goes,
"Oh no!"
I pushed. I thought it was Todibo.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yo, my man.
Oh, that John Clay Todibo. What a nutter. Oh my, he went crazy.
You know what? He's a little rat, you know.
He's a rat.
But he starts everything. And when he kicks off, he's nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be. He's the epitome of the worst sewer rat that you ever find. He starts everything. And he's not there to back his mates. And he's not in the...
I said the exact same.
Just sewer rat.
I said...
But you need
plays like... People saying that Diego Costa. Why? I can't stand Diego Costa.
Diego Costa be banging it out with you though at the end.
Yeah, you need a Cucurella.
Newcastle was starter.
It was Skertel.
Him and Henderson.
Him and Henderson just stared at each other.
Isn't that sick though?
Cucurella started and he
hilarious.
started pretending like, oh, he's fixing his sock on his shoe.
Is it?
And like, you can't see everything that's happening. Well, lad, what, go back and see what Cucurella's doing. He's fixing his laces.
Isn't that?
One man again, RKO'd that.
Is he the most rattiest player in the Prem? He's the most rattiest.
Bruno Fernandes exists.
Okay.
In terms of looking anyway, but just when you're saying about that,
I don't even think Bruno.
No,
like,
chill out.
I think Bruno moans a lot and talks a lot, but Cucurella's actions.
Yeah.
if I can get you mad and I'm not doing nothing, I'm class, bro.
You know, sometimes he gets himself mad though.
Nah, I don't.
He does.
I don't, bro.
Cucurella gets himself mad.
Let's
Jean-Claude Tujibo.
No.
He's onto that.
I seen a clip of a Brazilian
Jean-Claude
guy.
Tujibo.
let's wrap it up there.
If you know the
fellas,
comments, let me know.
with Chelsea, I think Rossini's looking good. Chelsea are looking
Rosinho.
okay over senior, and we'll be back. Let's move on to our next game from Saturday. Liverpool versus Newcastle. 4-1 winners. Liverpool back?
Oh, you're asking me if we're back? I mean, there's been too many false flags. Too many times I've watched Liverpool and we've put in a decent performance, and then you think, oh, okay, maybe we can kick on from here. I don't believe we're back. We're not going to be back anytime soon. Saturday's result was good. It was a weird game, to be honest, because the first half, maybe the first 40 minutes, 35 minutes, it was the Liverpool I've been watching all season. It was that weak Liverpool team with no idea of how we're going to break down this Newcastle team that were very physical. And then all of a sudden, I feel like they just woke up and then they realised who we are and where they're playing. And majority of that was down to like Vert and Ekitike.
Gordon caused you problems, didn't he?
Huh?
Gordon caused you problems.
Gordon caused us problems. Barnes did. The midfield did. That your former Arsenal lad, I forgot his name. Willich did.
Just go back to Gordon. He snaps Liverpool players a lot, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. No, but he does that to everyone.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, he does.
It's not just Liverpool.
Nah, he does that to
I
everyone.
think it's more Liverpool.
Nah, he does it to everyone, you know. He's one of them.
What? How many? He got sent off against
City.
Against Van Dijk. Remember Van Dijk? He got sent off Van Dijk.
And then he just nailed Alisson.
I know. He does it all the time.
What's his problem, bro?
He's a madman. And that's his first goal in open play in 13 months, which is crazy.
In the Premier League.
Do
you know what's mad about Anthony Gordon? Yeah. Someone said to me, he grew up a Red. I think he's Curtis Jones' best friend outside of football and stuff. But the fans were the cop were giving him a stick on blue and white shy, this, that. Sorry, Jack. But that's what they were calling him. And then he scores and he looks at the cop and starts doing this like face, thinking he was him. But who are you?
Yeah, but imagine
who are you, bro? Who is he?
He's not a bad player.
No, but who is he? He's not Cristiano. Who are you to look at the cup? We've won 6 European Cup, 20 league titles. You've done nothing in your career. You've done nothing. You've moved from
He won a Carabao
to
Cup last season.
Newcastle. Oh my God.
Against you.
Oh, okay, you want to fucking
But imagine you as a childhood Red scored against Liverpool at the top end.
Yeah.
Bro, I think I'd go crazy.
I wouldn't look at the
I would
fucking
do that
fans
as well.
and think,
I would.
I wouldn't do that, bro.
No, you would.
I wouldn't. Listen, anyway, talking about Liverpool, I think the players have had enough of Arne Slot. And you
He's
think,
probably putting your best performance of the season.
let me land. Arne Slot, we talked about how passive his football was, how it's pass. Yesterday, the performance was good because we played in transitions. We played with the atmosphere. We were taking shots from range. We were putting pressure on them. We were throwing men forward. When was the last time you see more Liverpool arrows? Jürgen Klopp's, like that kind of Mandar running, Salah running that side, Gakpo running that side, Vert running. We haven't seen that in a while because guess what? The manager stifles transitions. So either he's abandoned his idea of methodical, stop transitions, let's keep it calm. And he's thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to why Liverpool has been so successful over the last 10 years or so. I'm going to go back to that high intense pressing, to playing transitions. And I'll tell you how I know. Because when is the last time you've seen that second goal happen where it was 3 passes under Arne Slot, where it went from Alisson off a quick goal kick, it goes to Kirkes takes 2 touches, bangs it into a channel to Ekitike.
What a goal, by the way.
It was a great goal, but you know
When's the last time you've seen a goal like that?
Oh, you know my memory's awful. I can't remember, bro.
But I'll tell you right now, under Arne Slot, I can't remember that since last season. I'm talking about mid to last season, something like that. You don't sound like you agree with what I'm
Do
saying.
you know what it is? Yeah, I'm not his biggest fan. Okay,
you're not
let
his
me put that on the
biggest
table. But the thing is, it's harsh what you're saying there, bro. Because it's like
harsh.
It's
It's
harsh.
what's in front of you.
The reason why I'm saying it's harsh, it's like he's damned if he does and he's damned if he
Yeah,
doesn't.
I agree.
It's harsh, bro. Because the beginning of the season, Carragher's coming out saying you're too open. What's going on?
No, I didn't. Sorry, go on, finish.
You're going to concede goals for fun. You're too open. And then after that PSV game, he goes, well, yeah, Carragher's probably right. Let's be a little bit more pragmatic. And everyone's like, oh, it's too boring. It's too boring. And now when we're playing a little bit more open and we're scoring goals like that Ekitike second goal, now Yusuf, you're saying that the players have given up on them and they're just playing for themselves in a way. So it's like that's harsh.
I was being facetious, okay? And then he's went to the players and said, guys, let's play a bit quicker. Let's play in transitions. Let's not slow it down. Let's hit channels. Because Ekitike mixed them runs. And whether you think about Isak, they will make it when he was playing. They were making that runs. But the defensive midfield weren't playing them passes. Well, what's changed in a week? In a week, I've looked at Liverpool, I've watched them for 95 to 100 minutes every single game, and I can see that Cutz is not playing it to Van Dijk inside anymore. It was, can we get it? Cutz launched 170 yards. No reason. Just like, do you know what, I'm going to punt it.
It wasn't a punt though, because
it wasn't a punt. It was a long pass into an area, and we played off the second balls, and we played from there. I'm saying this week from Karabag and Newcastle, something has shifted from how we were playing at the point of after the 5 wins that we had. He tried to do the methodical thing. That hasn't worked. And then he went too much the other way and went too defensive, and we were boring to watch. I'd rather go at teams and lose 4-1, 4-2, win 4-1, 4-2 to try and win like 1-0. 2-0.
1,000,000%, and I agree with you. 1,000,000%, and I agree with
I
you.
was critical of Arne Slot this whole season in regards to how he set the team up. But against Newcastle, if he sets the team up like that and gives them the instructions like that, or the players take it upon themselves to play the way they played against Newcastle, I promise you we will have better results because of that.
Exactly, but like I agree with you. Like I'm not disagreeing with you. I want to see. That was the most boring I've seen. That little unbeaten run, 13 games, whatever. It was disgusting. It was horrible. It was the worst football I've seen. But now that the Newcastle game, it was a lot more open. We were taking shots from distance. We were playing a lot more faster in transitions. Let me land. I'm happy with that. But the thing is, why can't we give Slot the credit when he's doing that? Because clearly he must have gave that instruction out. The first question that he asked me, are Liverpool back? I can't say that we're back. The reason why I can't say that we're back, because I've seen this a couple of times this season. I've seen false flags this season. Next week when we play against City, maybe it will suit us because City are going to be a lot more open. They're going to try and attack. They're going to try and score goals, etc. So maybe it'll be in our hands, in our favour. But then it's going forwards from there. I don't know what it's going to be like. That's why I'm like sitting on the fence here. I'm not Slot's biggest fan. Tactically, this season has been poor. My problem with him is more in terms of his robotic nature, him like basically calling out the fans constantly, acting like we're dumb and we're stupid, saying like last season when we won the Premier League at Anfield and we're lifting the trophy, he goes, oh, we've won 2 Premier League titles in 5 years, but now it's 2 Premier League titles in 35 years. Or like, I'm that guy, you'd be nothing without me. Undermining Jurgen Klopp, the best manager I've seen at Liverpool Football Club in my life, saying, oh, just 2 years ago we were getting knocked out in the Europa League against Atalanta, and now we're in the last 16 for 2 seasons straight, trying to big himself up. That's the kind of stuff I despise, and his ruthlessness in terms of the squad players. When we were talking about Liam Rossini before, saying that all 22 players are fantastic, this guy basically hates Kesa. He basically, all these players on the bench, he just doesn't, he doesn't like them. It's the way
he's just scored against Karabakh and he didn't crack a smile. He didn't crack,
and he's just like, his face and everything when he's talking is just really jarring. But in terms of the football, one thing I can't deny last season, and I'd seen it with my own eyes, and you did as well, last season he didn't play one style of football. He played multiple styles of football, and that's what you're seeing this time again. However, with a lesser squad and lesser options in terms of the attack.
The only reason why you're talking about the false flag situation with the Real Madrid game is Real Madrid, when they come to town, everyone's up for that game.
I didn't say Real Madrid. I just said
I'm talking about Aston Villa. Yeah, Aston Villa. Yeah. They actually were so bad against us that game. In that we had a bad run. Aston Villa came to time on for Aston Villa roll us over. Martinez gave us a free goal, and they had the worst performance ever. So when he won them 2 games in a week, take them 2 games, I think it's like 10 defeats either side.
No, but like even the Aston Villa game, they could have easily scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. They hit the post twice.
No, what I'm saying is about the football. He's moved away.
I'm saying even that football, because those two opportunities that Aston Villa had in the first 10 minutes, that could have easily just changed the narrative. We didn't have that slice of luck throughout the season. If Aston Villa would have scored those 2 goals, that would have lumped more pressure onto him. It's just a matter of luck sometimes. I know it's crazy to say 500 million you spend and we're the Premier League champions. You need luck in football. That game itself, Aston Villa, when we ended up winning, and Aston Villa played into our hands fair, but the first 10 minutes they hit the post twice. If they didn't hit the post twice and they scored goals, we wouldn't be talking about Aston Villa now.
I know this fine.
Real Madrid is another thing.
But what I'm talking about is last season when it's time, like Chelsea were peppering us at Anfield, remember Maresca, he said, you know what, boys, let's just sit in for the next 10 minutes and try to take this 2-1, and we did. We go to City away, we played in a low block, we played on the counter, we won. There's games where we went to Arsenal second half and we dominated possession, got a 2-2 draw for him, 2-1 down. That I give him credit for. Mm-hmm. But he's come away from that this season. It's evidence. Yeah. He said, you know what? Forget about reacting to other teams and stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to dominate the ball. We're going to dominate possession. We're going to stop transition. We're going to play it this way. It's going to be my football and this is we're going to win. And it hasn't worked.
It hasn't worked.
So if he goes back, so this is the criticism I had of him. If he is humble enough to say, the way I wanted to take the team isn't working, and I'm going to go back to high intensity, high press, high turnovers, and he goes to that, and we play the game how we should play the game when it opens up and it arises and play it like that.
Yeah.
Then I'm all for slots.
I think we're saying the same thing.
If he's going to go down the Dutch total football route, then get him gone. That's all I'm on.
We're saying the same thing but differently. We're agreeing on the same points. We're just not hearing each other.
Okay.
He's playing. The beginning of the season, he played that intensity football. He played that high, everyone up, no midfield. We're going to all go on attack. We're going to
lost 2 games and keep away.
Let me tell you, he kept on doing that. And then he never lost 2 games. It was all the way up into that PSV game, which was a humiliation. After that PSV game, he goes, something needs to change. He changed it. And then he dropped the midfield a little bit more deeper. That's when Vert started to struggle a lot. He was dropping so deep into the match. You see Vert against Newcastle, he was in that final third all the time. But in that little spell of games when we were very pragmatic and we were very cautious, it was a sign from Slot going against his own principles to be a little bit more pragmatic. His actual football is what we've seen in the first 10 games of the season.
I don't think so.
100%
I think it's more total football and it's a lot slower, and that's where he wanted to take the team. And the fact that when we were having this basketball game that he's talking about, I don't think Slot wanted that. I think Slot wants control and he wants death by 1,000 cuts, the school of Pep Guardiola.
Do you know what?
That's Liverpool were great on the ball, but it's all about creating chances, getting the fans behind you, have a shot from 20 yards, woof, corner, clearance, turnover. That's how Liverpool football. That's how we play football. When you talk of DNA,
but
that's our DNA.
It's harsh for you to say that when he started the season playing exactly as you just described. Literally, he started the season. So if his DNA was total football, keep the ball.
I don't think he meant to do that though.
What kind of nonsense is that? Let's be serious.
Yeah, okay. Look,
how can you say after the full pre-season? Yeah, although even a staggered pre-season as well, because of obviously what happened to Diogo Jota. How can you say he came into the first game of the season against Bournemouth and he didn't mean to do it and then continued to do it for 10 games? The only reason why he changed is that PSV game. It was huge. It was catastrophic. We've lost 4 or 5 games in a row. He had to change something. He did, and when he did change something, it became too boring, too pragmatic. And now that he's changed something again, it's like he can't win. I'm not his biggest fan. Genuinely, I'm not. I feel like I've got more of a problem with Arne Slot the person. But in terms of Arne Slot the manager, he's had some issues this season.
I don't agree with the fact that he plays transitional football.
No, I'm saying he started the season. I still don't know what his actual style is.
Boys, I think it's going back and forth now.
And you won.
Hello, Jalal.
You won 4-1, by the way.
Hello, Jalal.
Oh, Eddie Howe. And them Geordie bastards. Oh, the pinch went.
I'm so gassed. You need that.
Yeah, if those listening. I clipped that right now.
That's Slot letting you know.
That's
just calm down, bro.
But
Slot put that
I apologize to Slot. For those of you listening,
got a shiny head like Slot as well.
For those of you listening, yours is slander's hand on the floor, on the table, sorry, and a pin sits his hand.
Is it bleeding?
Is it bleeding?
That's because of Gordon, Eddie Howe. They get away with murder, Newcastle, thinking about Isak and that. Listen, man in a league, man in a different hemisphere to you, man, okay? When we go for Isak and we go for Ekitike, best believe there's only one place he's going to, and that's Anfield. You thought this, we're going to get, we pump victim to get Isak, and We got both of them. He done that to you. Isak was smiling. Robert Ekitike said, put that in your spliff and smoke it. Or should I say your crack pipe and smoke it?
Just before we finish off, Jalal.
Now we're not finishing off. I'm talking about Ekitike and Verts, bro. You got two very passionate Liverpool fans here.
Let me bring Jalal.
You got to talk about Ekitike. I want to talk about Ekitike and then we're going to come in.
I will bring Jalal in. Okay, Jalal. Literally what I was going to bring it on to. Okay. I think are two of the most informed players in the league in the past month, Ekitike and Verts. Talk to me about both of them. Are they?
I love that, by the way. Somali crime now. Ekitike, I can't stand how I hate how cold he is. It hates me. But he was very, very, very good yesterday. But he still is not the finished article as yet, because he still had some chances to get a hat-trick as well.
3-4 goals.
I know, fam. But the chance that he scored, I believe, not the first one, but the second one was harder than the one that he missed.
Yeah.
And it's that's what you're going to get with Ekitike. He done that a bit of Frankfurt as well. I think his best tally in that season was about 13 goals as well. So that's what you're going to get in it. But he's obviously going to get more goals at Liverpool because of the players that are around him. But I think the question is, yes, he's going to be your number 9 now because you've got no choice, which it might be a blessing in disguise. Does Isak get back in? Because I've seen Liverpool fans say that playing together, that's the worst thing. You can't happen because they're too similar. And if you're going to play someone on the left, it'll be Isak because he's more of a left inside forward than Ekitike. Don't get me wrong, Ekitike can play that inside forward role, but he's more better in that sort of gap between the right back and the right centre back, not on the wide where Slot likes to play him. So my question is to Liverpool fans, and please don't argue with each other. It's Ramadan soon. So can you say Isak is going to get back in comfortably in front of Ekitike?
Should I drive my Lamborghini or my Ferrari?
No, but
Ferrari's got no.
You're deflecting the question.
My Lamborghini or my Ferrari?
You're deflecting the
Which
question.
one? No, I'm not deflecting.
You're deflecting the question.
No. Let me just land. We'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Ferrari's got 3 wheels, by the way.
Ekitike right now, bro. Right now. Do you know that opportunity that he missed that you said it was easy? It was easy. It was all his doing.
Easier.
All his doing. He ran those channels and he just doesn't do that just one opportunity. Yeah. He does it every single game I see him. Maybe to his own detriment because he can't play after 70 minutes. He's always knackered and I don't know what it is. So in that aspect, that's why we need someone like Isak, because we've got a lad here who goes only for 70 minutes and we've got a lad in Isak who we've known has got like a kind of a weird injury history. So you're going to need to have both of them in the squad. Whoever plays, they play. But in the past, I've seen Manchester United's, Manchester City's, all these Arsenals, they've always had the best strikers, the best players available. Now that we've got options, it's always Liverpool have to make sure all of them play at the same time.
The 99 Man United winning team had 4 strikers. The 4 strikers are Andy Cole, Dwight York, Teddy Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
And 08-09, they had Berbatov, Tevez, Rooney, and Hernandez.
But they were happy.
I know they never, but this is the day and age that we live in now. The day and age that we live in now, it's completely different.
Let me reiterate Owen's points for those who can't hear. They didn't cost 150.
What does it matter how much it costs? Tell me why, Tom.
Because if you've come in for 70 mil, I've come for 125, I'm more Premier League proven, I've had 20 odd goals or whatever it is, bro, and you're just coming from a little Frankfurt, bro. I should be playing in the number 9, bro.
SubhanAllah, I'm in a room where people don't understand inflation. You do realise Ronaldo signed for Real Madrid for 80 million? Does that mean he was cheap?
Bro, Isak's Prem.
In this day and age, that's like 300 million. Are we actually being serious?
When Ronaldo signed, Kaka signed as well. But Ronaldo was like the more proven player at the time.
£100 million player now was back then when people used to get bought for like 50, 60 million. A £50 million player now is when Dan and Liverpool signed him for 20 million. Or Mascherano for 20 million.
That's fine.
Conor Gallagher, like them man, 50 million.
Yeah, that's the going rate.
By the way,
That's the going rate. Yeah.
That's fine. But you man are saying it from a fan perspective. Tell Isak right now. Yeah, you and Ekitike are going to swap.
I don't believe Isak and Ekitike are like maybe there's a healthy competition, but I don't think it's toxic.
It's not.
No, I didn't say it's toxic. I'm saying tell Isak then it's just going to be you two rotating. I dare you to tell him because he's not going to.
One thing I know for sure, who knows that conversation is Ekitike, because before he joined, he knew Isak was coming and he had to fight for that shit. I want 2 hungry number 9s.
He didn't know Isak.
Of course he did. He knew we were pursuing Isak from the beginning of the transfer window to the end. Ekitike came out of nowhere. Ekitike came out
because he wanted to go.
Because Newcastle. Let's not go down that path again, bro. Let's not act dense. And the only reason we went for Ekitike, let's not forget, Jota passed away, so we needed to get another striker, so that's why we got Ekitike. And he knew we were going to go and get Isaac. He knew there was going to be a fight on his hands, and that's it. I love, because he knows he's got to stand up to the plate. He's got to show some mettle. And right now, he's looking at Isaac saying, come take this shirt off me, number 22, my palindrome name.
So you agree?
That's spelled backwards
So wait.
So he's saying, come chat to me. So he's saying, come chat to me.
So you
I'm saying right
so
now.
you agree that both of them should
I'm
start
saying right
together?
now, if
You agree both of
Eki is
them?
on fire, Eki starts. If Isaac's on fire, Isaac starts. And then inshallah in the summer we get that
Is it iron sharpens
bridge,
iron?
that little dish, the right angle. We get him onto the team, and then Mohamed Salah, I love him to bits. I love him to bits. He's the
It's
Egyptian
time
king. No,
to
I'm
go.
not even disrespect him like that. I love him to bits, wallah. And even when he's kind of washed, he's still breaking records. He's got the most goals and assists in one stadium that ain't playing Premier League history. We're talking about a GOAT here, but mashallah, my brother, inshallah, we're gonna buy a right winger who's got some pace and someone on the left wing who's got some
he
pace,
looked a bit
and that
pacey.
unlocks bits.
No, but
I'm telling you right now, we will come.
Mohamed Salah,
And the
yeah.
one more last thing I'm going to say about my club, because I get very passionate about my club.
I can see.
Every single time I've seen Liverpool go on a little bit of a bad streak, every season I've seen us go on a little bit of a bad streak, we come back the next season and we're a lot better.
Yes.
In the season we won the league, the season after we were awful, the COVID year where Virgil van Dijk got his ACL, the season after we almost won a
Doesn't
quadruple.
that prove you a poor Premier League champions?
Wait. We weren't poor. Our manager, our captain got it. Not our captain. Our centre half, one of the best centre halves of all time, got an ACL, and we used to play Jordan Henderson and Fabinho and Nat Phillips and Reece Williams.
What's the excuse this season?
This season has just been awful. It's just been a catastrophe. I can't give you a reason. Even the season when our midfielders, their legs were gone. The season after we almost went and pushed for the league, and in the season after we did win the league. All I'm saying is, I'm not going to get too high. I'm not going to get too low. Do you know what I mean?
You're already too high,
I'm going
but
to be
go on.
in the middle. I'm not going to get too high or too low. All I'm going to say is we're going to win the Champions League, mashallah.
Let's move on from Liverpool, okay?
Stop.
Jalal, I forgot you were here, to be honest.
Yeah, I forgot I was here, bro. I thought I was behind the camera.
But let's bring the tone down. United, Fulham.
You said I bring the tone down?
Yeah.
Safe.
Shout out to one of the clips. It went viral, didn't it?
Which one?
Yaz, United.
Yeah.
Saying Amad Diallo's better than Saka.
So far this season he is.
So apparently United the biggest topic in the world.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Biggest club.
The biggest okay, not the biggest
I don't
topic.
agree, but carry on.
Yeah.
Of
So
course he won't.
United versus Fulham, 3-2. What a game, by the way.
What a game.
I'll start with Kevin for Fulham. What a goal that was.
Yeah, it was a good goal. It was a very good goal. He showed a little glimpse of that. I think he scored on his debut as well for Fulham. I think they bought him in January. I might be wrong. But yeah, I think he scored on his debut as well. And he looked very good. But those type of sort of players that Fulham signed, they don't really get a run, man. And they seem to probably get sold in like a year's time. So, but the minute he hit, I knew he was going to go in anyway.
Yeah.
But that game was very good. You've seen some good signs from both teams, to be fair. But United, there's one thing about United which I'm really impressed with, especially under Carrick, right, is where we've seen so many times where they concede and then that's it. You just know the game's done. That's twice now, back-to-back games where they've just answered straight away. I was watching it with my dad, and my dad was obviously made up because he doesn't want United to lose, of course. United to win, sorry. But I literally said, wait, these are going to score again. I can just feel it. And obviously they did. But specifically with United, they're looking very, very, very good. And even United fans will tell you, as silly as it sounds, the City game and the Arsenal game weren't actually the tests. It was this game, it was the lower teams, and in 2-0, they look cruising, bro. And then obviously when a goal goes in, you think, oh, old United, there we go. And I think Fulham had the goal that was disallowed, which was harsh, I think, but it is what it is, man. But and then they come back 2-2, and they showed sort of that old, it was probably like old school United, like Fergie time, type game, in the sense of like, you can't give up on that team, bro. And it was a very good performance by United,
That assist by Bruno Fernandes as well.
Oh,
I hate the rap, but wow, that was a good assist.
12 assists this season, arguably maybe touching sort of that record in terms of it's a 20.
Can he, I want to bring you news, can he talk to De Bruyne?
No.
Bruno?
Yeah.
He's a very, very good player, but no.
Can you not talk to De Bruyne, no?
Can't talk to KDB, no. Someone that's won the league multiple times, been the best player in the league for multiple years. Nah.
You can't text him, you can't FaceTime him, you can't speak to him,
Can't even go on a coffee date with him.
Yeah, facts.
Can't even do nothing. Maybe. No way. No.
That's a bit.
No.
I don't think United fans will agree with that. I think.
Well, they can suck it.
Hey.
But you know what? Casemiro
Oh, that's a lover guy.
always seems to start, no matter what manager it is. There's something about him that United managers must love. Carragher said, what What did he say? What was the famous one?
Let the football leave.
Football leaves you. He left the football though. He's
come back?
No, he said I'm gone at the end of the season. But then he has this like weight lifted off his shoulder, like, yeah, I'm gone. And he just got better.
Yes, he said I'm leaving.
Literally, the weights got lifted.
Yeah, bloody.
He lost that weight.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a bad man no more.
He's looking like that old Casemiro in the first season.
He's in the Ozempic, I think.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the can we talk about the penalty? Can we talk about the penalty? Oh,
Yeah.
Lord, the penalty that wasn't a penalty and then ended up being a goal.
That's a penalty.
It's not a penalty.
He's hit him afterwards.
What do you mean?
He's talking about Jimenez.
No, I'm not talking about Jimenez.
Mbama one.
The first half.
Sorry, if we're talking about Jimenez.
Cunha wearing it.
Was it Cunha?
Cunha's running with the ball. The Fulham defender's holding his shit. Let go of his shit before he gets in the box. Does a slide tackle, wins the ball, hits Cunha and goes out. Yeah. The ref goes penalty, but it should have been a goal kick. The VAR goes, oh, it's a free kick to United because he was pulling his shirt. But the referee never called it for the pulling the shirt. He called it for the foul that wasn't a foul. So it should have been a goal kick to Fulham.
It's a mess, wallah. The whole thing's a mess.
Does that make sense?
You know, that's
I'm
right.
sure it hit Cunha last. I couldn't have made that. Did you watch that? No, everyone's looking at me.
No, you're right, but the whole thing's a mess.
And then the 2 minutes later, the free kick happens, bang, headed in, and Marco Silva's going crazy on it and gets booked crazy on it. I'll be fuming if I was the manager.
Course, bro.
What's VAR getting involved? What's the referee doing anyway, calling that a penalty? Okay, the VAR's overturned it. But my ball, the referee didn't care about the drag initially. Give him a goal kick and I can play from there. But they should have concentration though.
Yeah, that's
How you just... Oh my God, they got so gassed that it wasn't going to be a penalty, and then it may as well be a penalty because you conceded anyway.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He's class, man, and Cunha, man. Like, we've seen these signs at Wolves, but then I think there was like a stat where he scored like the most goals outside the box, and some of them were like, he scored 2 in one game, but I think it was like in Southampton or something. It was one of those lower sides, and they were just screamers. And you're seeing, obviously, I know his goals were inside the box today, but you're seeing that sort of form. And I was a bit worried when Cunha went to United because obviously he had like the top walking stats or something in the Premier League. Like, it was the horrible stats, and obviously if you're going to play for United, you best have run. He's looking like a different player, like an elevated player of himself, you know what I mean? And I was a bit worried because when he went to Atletico Madrid, it didn't work out. So we sort of had that sniff at the top level. Dropped down to Wolves, looked very good to United. Let's see what happens. And is he one of the best signs of the season? I'm not not the sign of the season, but he's certainly up there, man, in terms of effectiveness and whatnot. So I'm liking him at United, me. So
Does Michael Carrick get this job at the end of the season full time?
I think we've seen the story play out too many times with Ollie, for example.
But do you know, I was hoping you were going to say that because do you think like people are getting like, what's the word, trauma, like flashbacks?
Flashbacks,
like,
yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD, that's the word, yeah. On Ollie, because Carrick's, he's doing his job, do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, when Ollie was doing his job too, and Ferdinand came on and goes, get the contract, sign whatever number you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be a similar case here, or it could be like Michael Carrick's the truth. You can't judge it off 3 games. Truthfully, I know I was going a little bit gassed.
You back Liam Rossini?
That's what I was just about to say. I know I'm getting a little bit gassed about Liam Rossini, but he's not a caretaker manager. He's your actual manager. Do you know what I mean?
So we've got no choice.
You've got no choice. You have to support him. With Michael Carrick, he's only here on the interim. So he's got this 6-month period now to prove himself that he's worthy of that contract next season. And if he can get United into the top 4, first of all, you got to give credit to Amram, I personally reckon, because he's changed. No, I'm talking in terms of like changing the mentality of that club. When he came in, all the things that he said, you can see like the players that they signed and everything in the summer, what they did. His downfall was always that 3 at the back stupid stuff that he used to do in the formations. And maybe he wasn't the best of managers, but when he spoke, that definitely resonated through the board. And that's what I think that club's needed for more than a decade. And I feel like that might have resonated through the club. Now they got good players. They had good players under Amram as well. Like, you're talking about Cunha. Then you can talk about Buemo. Yaz is saying Ahmad's the best winger in the Premier League.
He said he's better than Semenyo.
And then, you've got
Right now,
Bruno.
he's getting a psych evaluation. That's why he's not on the show.
It's like, they got good players. You just needed to ditch that 3 at the back nonsense, which is just ridiculous. Go to a 4 at the back and then see what happens. Right now, maybe they're riding a wave. We'll see in a couple of months. If he's still doing the same thing, then they probably will give him the contract.
I do think the reason why people are probably thinking that in terms of Carrick of maybe potential sort of full-time thing, he made the decision that all the United fans were thinking, and probably the board was thinking as well, bring Kobe back. I think that's what it is. And it's like, yeah, that's our boy. He listened to us and yeah, he's playing him and he's looking very good. Kobe as well. I thought he was very good today as well. So, yeah, I just think ultimately, he's looking very, very good. And he's with caretaker managers as well. They're playing under no pressure. compared to, obviously, a certain amount of pressure, Man United, of course, but in terms of compared to actual managers, they play with no pressure, bro. It's an audition. Do what you want, bro. And he knows the club, like, of course, Ollie, but he's apparently, like, we've seen good little spells. With Ollie, he didn't actually have a good spell at any managerial career before. He got relegated with Cardiff, did he? Like, and now, it was Carrick had a very good sort of season with Middlesbrough. Yeah, he got like Chuba Akpom like scoring goals that we thought we'd never see. Then now he went to Ajax and he's just shitting it up in the bed, man, to be fair. But yeah, Michael Carrick was sort of like a half proven manager, obviously in the lower leagues and obviously in England. So I don't see
another point that you just made is a good point. Maybe now he's coaching with that freedom. Yeah. Maybe that changes when he's the Manchester United manager. Maybe then the expectation becomes too high for him and he might crumble.
Give it to him.
I just wanted to clarify my points on Amram. I personally reckon he was just like a sacrificial lamb for that club. Same way that Ralph Ragnick should have been a couple of years ago. I feel like Amram was, because Amram was saying everything that's toxic about that club and telling that things need to change and it's going to take time. And I feel like that's resonated through this board. I worry about United, you know. I feel like in the next few years, something could click at that club anytime.
The owners or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, 13 years later though.
Yeah, no, inshallah it'll be more than 30.
Yeah. Let's move on to our final game. Unbelievable game, Sunday's game. Spurs versus City, 2-2. Our City bottling this title race.
They said Yossi was waffling, talking about the greatest manager of all time and calling him a dinosaur. I hate to say it, told you so. I have won, but at what cost? The cost is Arsenal win the league. Twitter will break. Instagram will be overloaded. Meta will give us messages saying, please do not come on here because the Rabbi's naked. And the only thing he's got on is an Arsenal hat. Guys, I'm here to do a national broadcast for all rival fans of any team in the Premier League, any team in Serie A, any team in the world. You could be from Columbus Crew, like Wilford and Nancy. Guys, the day has come. The day that we never thought would come. Arteta has finally done it.
Yeah!
Odegaard is going to pick up that trophy.
Yes!
The Emirates has finally seen the silverware that has been missing for nearly 22 years, and the guy to bring it home was an ex-Rangers and ex-Blue Nose.
And he's gonna win it with 70, with open play goals being 17th.
His XG's been the worst than West Ham's probably, and the second top goal scorer is own goals, and his third top goal scorer is a boulder.
This is your fault, bro. This club is your fault, bro.
I want to apologise because we should have mounted some sort of challenge. We left it to the dinosaur and Haaland, the Norwegian woman, and they couldn't say football. We tried to say good evening. I thought he could do a remontada against his old club, but he can't even beat Brentford. Guys, football is broken, and I'm gonna leave it as that.
Hey, can we give a round of applause? That was tough. Let me bring you into it. Yeah, City, they look good in the first half. On form. Semenyo. Was he worth the money? They're not winning games.
Obviously in that first half he was worth the money, I guess. Like, it was exactly the same as the Chelsea game. First half was all City's, and then obviously second half was what it was, all Tottenham. But in that first half it looked very good, man. It looked like all City, and I was just like, okay, they can put 3, 4s, 5s. I say we because I wanted City to win. But no, very good sort of game by City. But there was a period though where, of course, they got the 2 goals, but I can't remember if it was the 1-0 up or 2-0 up at the time. But Haaland went through one goal. It was a ball over Rodri, bang, lovely ball into him. I think Bully's one of the defenders. It was, to me, that's an easy chance, especially for Haaland. He laughs at those chances and saying this is blatantly a goal. Just lofts it over the goal. And I'm thinking, you could have put that game to bed. You'd be, again, 3-4 points from Arsenal now, and you'd be laughing, and Arsenal fans would be pooing themselves, bro. But now, yours just said, bro, they conceded the title, bro. Like, just like that, fam. And I don't know what it is, bro, because when they made those subs, again, very similar to Chelsea, bro. The people that they're bringing on are just not the levels that they're bringing off, bro. Like, Nico Gonzalez, bro, he's shocking as a midfielder, bro. It was night and day compared to him and Roger. I know Roger's one of the best in the league and one of the best in the world, but come on, bro. Like, some of the stuff he was doing was actually just non-negotiable stuff that he was doing, like misplacing every pass, putting crosses in, like in deep to like the back post, to Foden. Not even like Haaland, that's a Foden. It was bad. I know, obviously, I don't know who came off. I don't know if it was Aït-Nouri or Cherky.
Shaky was fantastic today. Shaky.
Talk to me about your look like.
Yeah, I played good, Wallah.
Oh, that step over on Romero inside the box. Man.
Yeah. Like, bro, to me...
What were you thinking?
Well, to be fair, I took a deep breath when I done it, and then I said, you know what, let me do a little step over, drop the shoulder, see you later, say you're going to my dad's shop, see you in a bit, and then cut in, and then bro, he was class, man, but the chance, he also scored that second one, I think the one I'm on about, to be fair, when he cut in and hit it, and the pep was onto him, bro. I think it was that North African thing of saying, I'm going to do what I want, bro, and but yeah, he's been a very good signing, to be fair, for
him or Wirtz, Jalal?
At their peak. I've said this, I've loved Churchy for about 4-5 years, bro.
Let's see what Wirtz did against Newcastle with 8 man round them.
Peak for peak, he's the most technical player in the Premier League, for me anyway. Ryan Churchy. Me, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Repeat that. Ryan
Churchy is the most technical player in the Premier League at his best. He's better than Wirtz, he's better than Bruno Fernandes, he's better than Palmer, he's better than all of them, bro, in my opinion. He's class. And he looks like me, so he's a good looking brother. So.
Fair enough.
Pause.
Let's move it on to...
No, I said about me.
Let me change a bit. Should you talk about Liverpool and their recruitment, or not even their recruitment, just their transfer policy, whoever, about Dominic Solanke? What a performance. 2 goals.
Because we let him go.
Bruv, the guy was... What?
Why did you let him go?
Bro, it was back in 2018. I think he scored 1 goal for us and he was a child. I like that. Of course, we're going to let him go for like 35 million to Bournemouth.
And he was terrible at Bournemouth as well till his last season as well,
Yeah,
but he was
he
actually
was.
good. So.
But guess who let him go first?
Michael Edmonds. Chelsea, yeah.
Oh yeah, Chelsea. Did he score a goal this season?
That wasn't your best work there.
I know,
I'll be honest with you. Better look next time.
I tried.
You know what? You're one of the best in the business, but you let yourself down.
You usually cook, but that one I kid. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Next time. Yeah.
Let me bring you in. Did he score a goal this season?
That was one of the best goals I've seen this season.
Is it the goal this season?
No.
Is it a goal of the season? I can't remember all the goals.
So what's better than that?
Dorgu's against Arsenal.
Oh, that was nice.
I think Solanke's was better.
No chance.
It's behind him. You have to flick it up, bam, over the world class Donnarumma is 7'2" in goal.
Shabba free kick?
What?
Shabba free kick?
Nah, I'm taking that scorpion kick, bro.
I'm taking Solanke's.
No, you know why? It's not the best.
Because the technique where he's running, how he's running, what he had to do, how to adjust.
He's not 6 foot 5.
He's big. Goal.
No, but you know why he ruined it? Because Donnarumma had a hand to it, in my opinion.
That tells you how perfect it was.
No, but if he didn't touch it and it just went in, you're on it, it would have been aesthetically nicer, you're on it. But like, just because you get me. But I just think that Dorgu one was better, to be fair.
I think Xavi Simons has landed as well.
No, in the second half he landed.
Dorgu's was tough, you know.
What? Dorgu, Fernandes, back to Dorgu, back to Fernandes, back to Dorgu, bang, barring in.
But you know what? I feel like
that was class.
That was amazing.
not many people can do that scorpion kick. Do you know what I mean?
Shout out Mkhitaryan, man. Shout out Giroud.
Giroud can do it.
Yeah.
Your man Giroud.
Yeah,
Whose
Giroud.
man's Giroud?
No, it's Giroud that.
Giroud.
Clearly days, lad. He won stuff with them.
Chat to him, bro.
Man's Giroud.
What does he won with you?
No, but
Yeah, facts.
He scored more goals at Chelsea.
Yeah, and he got his top 4.
He won the Champions League there. Did he win the Champions League?
Yes, he won Champions League.
He won Champions League?
Yes, he won Champions League over their kick against Atletico Madrid, second leg, with Tuchel's first game in the Champions League. Don't wind me up. But yeah.
Bamba Kalas.
Yeah. Europa League as well.
That's their guy.
How long was that? 4-0?
4-1. It won't be screamer. 4-0 down.
Good evening.
Yeah.
he won't be goals classed up.
Yeah, when you're 4-0 down.
Not on a level, that's his man.
That's his man, bro.
Oh, fairs.
Can't claim him.
Fairs. Okay. No, boys. Well, that's the end of the football talk. Arsenal going to win the league. Liverpool won, but the Liverpool fans are not happy with Slot for some reason. And Jalal doesn't like Liam Rossini because he's... Yeah, and we'll end it there, boys.
Jalal's racist.